We're live. Can you guys hear me? That's the big question everyone wants to know. Throw in the comment section if you guys can actually hear me, and so I know this is actually working. In the comment, there we go. Adam's doing good. It's back there. Couple things got to do to it. The one, I'm gonna show you. The one rotor's leaking. Exhaust manifold. I got a gasket I got to replace. You know, just Adam stuff. Hello, I can hear you loud and clear. Awesome. How are you guys been? Hey man, love the show. Thank you so much. Can I get a shout out? I lost you. Wow, you've been a sub since 3,000. That's a big that's a long time. All right, guys. Just throwing it out there. If it's really important that I see your message, you should see what I'm seeing. It's just like it's hard for me to really stop and pinpoint. Make the jet bike actually fly. If you really, really want me to, if you're like, this is a super important message, the super chat is still an option. So throw it in there. That stops it and that holds it at the top. So it hangs out there for a while so I can see it. Hi, great show by the V-Rod. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Iron Beam Coffee Company. Little plug for Iron Beam. All right, guys, here's what's going on. You may have noticed there was no video today. I was up till 12 o'clock last night, and then I realized that we had probably 4 or 5 more hours of editing, and so that video is going to come out next week at Friday. This gives me a little chance to kind of catch up on a lot of stuff. We do have a trailer though. If you go on my community tab, go to my channel, go to community tab. There's a quick little trailer. It's very epic. Might be a little too epic. So hopefully, hey, hello from Lebanon, PA. That's where Craig's from. What's the worst bike you've ever drove? I mean, the worst bike was probably that bike that I built from Home Depot parts sitting back there. That's probably the worst bike. By a V-Rod. I got a V-Rod right there. I got a Destroyer right there. That's the V-Rod. That's the V-Rod with the wheelie bar on it. Love your show by a V-Rod, bro. I thought you dyed your beard. Nope. Did not dye my beard. It's getting a little gray. Come ride the TBR at TBR 7S with us in Georgia. What's the TBR 7S? I don't know what that is. Is a 2007 VTX 100 a good first bike? It's a big bike. If you're a big guy, it's not a bad first bike, but it's a pretty big bike. It's not a small bike. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, bigger guys, that could be a good first bike. For the average size people or smaller people, I've got a dune buggy. I got a dune buggy you would like, and it's for sale too. What engine is in that dune buggy? I don't like them. I'm not too interested in dune buggies with the. I had one when I lived in Georgia. It was not a dune buggy. It was a sand rail, and it had the 16cc air cooled motor. I blew it up really quick. Opinion on best road bike for $3,500 for a 3,500 mile run. Best road bike, either a Goldwing or a Big Harley. I would think it's a pretty good road bike for that. Love you guys. Greeting from Sweden. Awesome. What else we got? All right. So did you guys see? If you guys saw the video with this guy, with this KTM here, you should have seen greetings from the home of BMW. Oh, cool. What's the home of? That's awesome. I'm a big fan of BMW bikes. If you guys didn't see this bike or read the comments, so much hate. And this is part of the reason why I got beef with KTM people. Here's some comments. Man blames KTM for everything when he doesn't even know what he's doing. Apparently, first of all, okay, I'll keep on reading the comments. What do we got? A lot of people didn't get the joke. They all went and specifically and told me how to say KTM. The hell, bro? KTM, never heard about? Do you even know what a T-Max is? What a T-Max Yamaha is? I don't know what a T-Max is. I know what a V-Max is. KTM, not K-Team. Haha, they don't, they are pretty decent bikes. Like, a lot of people will just like, I got some really funny, mean ones, but people didn't, I guess they didn't get the joke. You know, that's life sometimes. But it just kind of proves my point that KTM fanboys are the worst possible people. And the more people comment and be like, and just start hating on me, that kind of fuels it. And I don't hate KTM as much as I say I do, but keep on KTM, keeps taking money. It's true, but you talked to a lot of KTMs and their bikes are not running at that moment. I will say that is one of the best looking color schemes I've ever seen. The blue, orange, and white and black is really, really cool looking. I missed a couple super chats up here. I think I did. I got from Okinawa, Japan. You military? Or are you Japanese? Love the videos. They keep me going. No bike ATM at the moment, but I'll get one someday. Love from Wales. This dude is living on with the whales. That's amazing. What else we got? Pulled over to check this out. Can't wait to check this out. It's raining anyway. It is raining. Prepare for a table. Prepare a table for thy enemies. All right, guys, throw your questions. I'm at the shop. This is the first time I've ever done a live at the shop. I'm happy to show you guys what's happening. Best dual sport for more dirt focused riders. There's a lot of good dual sports out there. The DR250 is a pretty decent bike. I've never tested the Can-Am Riker. I never had a chance to. I'd like to. I think they're cool. They look pretty fun. I've tested tons of Can-Ams. Would you buy and sell Indian motorcycles? I saw this video where you mentioned you wouldn't. Yeah, it was a. We've sold tons of Indian motorcycles, Indians and Victories. I like Victories. I like Indians. I like them all. I just had a very unusual, specific, bad experience with that Indian motorcycle and with the dealership, mainly my local dealership, who really has I don't know why, but they got something against me. But no, we had tons of Indians. We gave an Indian away, a really cool bike, the Indian FTR flat track bike, which I love. I would like to get one for myself. Yeah, I've ridden a CB500X before. My favorite dual sport is the Amazon bike. This guy's favorite dual sport is the Amazon bike. What else we got? How fast is the car behind you? It's a pretty fast car. The Ariel Atom does 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. That one is dynoed at 280 to the wheels. It's a rear-wheel drive car. You need an MTT turbo jip. I do need it. I do need that. I need a Y2K bike. How many bikes do you have? Just in this shop, we only have a 4. Another shop, we probably have like 40. No, I never drove one of those. Which has stronger acceleration, the Boss Haas or the M109R? And that the Boss Haas, really outpowers it. It just like I can floor an M108R fairly easily, just getting on it, and it might spin a little bit. But the Boss Haas is a little horrifying. Hold on, we just get a phone call. See who is this? Hello. No, I'm all right. What about the Yamaha FZ1? I assume you mean. FZ1. Yeah, it's a good bike. Let's go do a little tour. Let's unplug you for a moment. I'm not sure how to switch the camera. There is the KTM Electric Freeride. The most expensive electric dirt bike I could find. And it's pretty fun. We're gonna have another video coming out. We're gonna take that up head to head with a gas bike. And I'm pretty interested. I'm interested to see how that all turns out. And for the toolbox, yeah, pretty proud of my new toolbox. We're still waiting on some tools. I don't know if you're a guy, you probably love walkie-talkies. I'm also a guy, and I also love walkie-talkies. I got an idea where I'm gonna mount a monitor right here, like a computer monitor, and have a real small computer somewhere in the deck, hidden somewhere. I don't know, a wireless keyboard that pops out. Used bike shortage. There's a big used bike shortage. We're paying big money for our used bikes. There's my rigid vacuum. Big fan of that rigid vacuum right there. Over here, keep on going with the tour. There's my Road King. Slightly modified a little bit. And there's the bike that we built from Home Depot parts. Probably still runs. I could probably still fire it up. Maybe we'll bring that back. Now, we actually, the Pulse Auto Cycle is actually, talking with my buddy, and we're going to get that going soon. That is going to be happening. I want you guys to keep an eye on that. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to get it going. I'm excited. I want to ride it. I want to see what it's like. And then we're going to get it painted and get the body work done, and it should be a pretty exciting build. Now, this, if you guys didn't see this yet, this you should have. This is the V-Rod Destroyer. This is one of the only bikes that manufacturer made non-street legal, just to race, just for drag racing. It's got a drag bar on it. Let me show you. There's a big old drag bar on it. This bike has no miles. It's an air shifter. And this bike has no miles on it. And I was planning on racing it. We ended up deciding that it was probably not a good idea. I'm going to race something else. And I think we sold it. I think Caleb said we sold that thing. Yamaha Striker, best bike ever. Which has stronger acceleration? I saw that one. Now, I'm not a big fan of heavy metal. I was a child of. Should I put this down somewhere? I was a child of the punk rock scene when I was a young lad. Never got into heavy metal. This guy says, "How rich are you?" I'll tell you this. I've got a beautiful wife. I've got 4 amazing kids. I'm about to be homeless. Because I cannot. My landlord wants his house back, and it's a horrible time to buy. And I can't. It's impossible to get a rental around here. So I am extremely rich. Like I said, I have 4 amazing, healthy kids and a very awesome, amazing wife. I also have a good like rest of my family. You know, dad, mom, siblings, stuff like that. I got some decent friends too. So that's kind of how I look at that. How many pit bikes? We do have a pit bike. We do have a contact Caleb at SRK Cycles. We have a Pitster Pro 155. I think we bought from the UK. Love your videos. Turn that down. There you go. You see the Atom better. Atom is currently the coolest car I have. Is Caleb really that cheerful and happy? Yes, Caleb is. That is the real Caleb. He's super fun to be around. Always happy. What do you think about getting the 125 license at 16? I don't. No, that's European stuff. That's in America. You can get an R1 when you're 16 if your parents signed off for it. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't want to do it here. I think it makes sense. I understand why they do it, But in America, we value freedom. We used to value freedom. I still value freedom. So I don't care. I care less about safety and I care more about freedom. And that's why in America, hopefully that never happens. And we can just, don't have to deal with that multiple stage license thing. That does make sense though. I think personally, you should go with some type of mentality like that. But for the government to tell you to do that, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm American. We don't like that. I hear the Venom. Well, it's not a Venom bike. I think it's actually a Pitster Pro. Pitster Pro makes a Grom clone. What is? Someone's saying stuff. What is the one bike that you were talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. South Africa, cool. Hi from Malaysia, and I want to buy a Haisung 650. Is that a good choice? The Haisung 650 was modeled after the Suzuki V. What bike was it? SV 650. For a while, and this is around that same time, Haisung was Suzuki had Haisung, the company Haisung, manufacturing those bikes. They were making those bikes, and then Haisung started their own company making a very similar bike. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on with that bike. It's been a little while, but I'm pretty sure that it's basically an SV 650 with the same engine. So it's actually a pretty decent bike. Have you ever thought to make a quad swap, put a Harley or some in a quad? I have not thought about that. I own a Hawk 250. Any pointers? No pointers. What? I saw a question, but what do you do with all your bikes? They do a lot of sitting. I don't get to ride them as much as I'd like to. They definitely do a lot of sitting. I like most of the bikes that the guys can't sell, that I'm trying to keep for myself. I should be putting like non-ethanol fuel in it because they sit so much. And then they sit for a while, and then the guys convinced me just to sell it. Why haven't you made a Harley into a scooter? I'm working on that. If you guys notice, you have not seen the Orange County Chopper bike around here for a while. There's a reason for that. Because horrible things are getting done to that bike. Horrible things, and we should be that should be happening soon. Richard Meadows. I have an 02 Kawasaki VN800 with Vance and Hans pipes. It sounds like it sputters, and people tell me it's the pipes. I mean, it's not necessarily the pipes. You have an 02, so that's a carbureted bike. Worst case scenario, I mean, either way, you got to get into the carburetor. Either it may need to be cleaned up. You might need a bigger intake, or you might need to replace, the jets. You might need to jet it properly because of the pipes. It's going to be one of those issues. Most likely one of those issues. Did it run good before you put the pipes on it? Maybe you didn't put the pipes on it. It's raining here. It's raining here too. Someone said something about a Boss Haas. Can I buy your bike cheap? When you made the video with the one that we built? Hi, I'm from Pennsylvania. Would you like to make a bike you make ride in the snow? Yeah, we thought about doing that. That's a good idea. I want to see shows. Someone says something about a Boss Haas. I want to find that comment. I thought about buying a P50. I thought that'd be a great idea because it is a motorcycle. In regards to the VTX 1300, where'd that go? I'm 6'1" and 280. You the best. Oh yeah, get it. It's a fine. You're a big guy. If it doesn't feel heavy to you, then get it. If it feels heavy, then don't get it. Or if it's too fast, and you need, if it's like a 600 or 1,000 or anything above is a little, pretty bad first bike. Tons of people get 600s or bigger bikes to start off with. Most of them wreck the bike. Everyone I know who started off with a pretty big bike wrecked it, or a sport bike wrecked it. So, hi from Africa. Can I buy your cheap bike? Honda or Yamaha? I would prefer, personally, I prefer, I mean, they're both really good brands. Depending on what it is, I prefer probably Yamaha. No, Honda. It's a tough question. It depends on what bike. I mean, the VMAX is a boss. There's tons of they both make really good bikes. Oh, hold on. Get a phone call. Hey, Dad, you mind if I call you back? All right, thanks. Ryland Bout. Hey, thanks for the $4. And you have the what is that flag called? I just learned this. You got that flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag. I just learned what it was called, and I learned the history about it, and now I forgot what it's called. Got Gadsden flag. Is that what it's called? Came with pipes on it, and I just rebuilt the car with KW branded parts. Well, see, you might need to jet it. It might need to be jetted properly for the bike, for the carbs. So you might need someone who knows how to jet. My jet-powered scooter will be finished in a couple of weeks. You wanna? Yes, yeah, bring it over. If you have a jet-powered scooter, I will test drive that for sure. I'll make a video with that. That sounds fun. Are Yamaha V-Stars reliable? Yamaha V-Stars are very reliable. The V-Star 1100 has a one major, very expensive flaw. Very expensive, being like $800 or $900. But considering the bikes are worth like $3 or $25, it's kind of a big deal. But the starter clutch. So when you're starting a V-Star 1100, go to crank it over, and if it starts like continuously, like it cranks over like then it's good, or it hasn't broken yet. If it starts cranking and then it kind of like disconnects and then grabs back in, you know what I mean? You'll hear it. You'd be like, pop, you know what I mean? It sounds a little weird. It sounds disconnected, the starter clutch to the engine. If it's doing that, it needs a new starter clutch, and it's an expensive fix. We actually try to avoid them right now because there's no money to be made in them if that does go bad. Triumph TT600. It is an oddball bike. I think it's actually an F3. I think it shares mostly the parts with the Honda F3. Deuce is a good starter bike. I tell you what, the Deuce is one of the heaviest feeling motorcycles I've ever put my leg around. We don't get too many of them. We do get a couple of them. They're great bikes. People love them, but they're just heavy. They feel so heavy. I mean, I ride everything. I ride Boss Hosses. I ride V8 motorcycles. I ride, the biggest bikes. I'm fine with that. I get on a Deuce, and I'm like, why is this thing so heavy to lean up? I don't know why it is. How do you have such a my beard? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of mangy, and I just don't trim it or take care of it. But I might start working on that soon. Maybe keep it a little nice and cleaner, Put a Boss Hoss engine into a dirt bike, please. I'll buy it from you. That would be sweet. Now, a Boss Hoss engine is just a Chevy V8. Have you driven a CBR 120? I've not driven a CBR 125 yet. What happened to your reviews on it? We're still doing reviews. They're trickling out a little bit slower. We have one coming out Sunday, I think. The 2021 Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide, the most expensive Harley Davidson I think they make. You smoke weed, man? I do not. I do not smoke weed. I don't do any drugs. I don't even drink. I barely drink alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol. And I'm not like against alcohol. It doesn't do anything good. It doesn't do anything for me. Never like the taste of it. Don't smoke. $5. Malachi Hatch. Would you recommend the Yamaha Raider, Suzuki M109? What's your preference? They're both really good bikes. There's a style difference between the both. My favorite of all is, so if you're looking, the Raider's more like a chopper type of vibe. I do like I love the Raider. I love the M109. M109 is a much bigger, wider. They're both really big bikes. Mechanically, rideability, I think they're both really good. Okay, let me answer the question. Let me change the question. If I had to ride one on a big trip, I'm gonna go with that, the Raider probably. I love the Raider. I love the Roadliner, and I love the Stratoliner. All they're like, I want to get like a high mileage Stratoliner or something. 'Cause I love those bikes. So I guess maybe the Raider. You still have the Screaming Eagle. Yeah, I got the. That's my Road King right there, and then that's the Screaming Eagle, right there. V-Rod. How often are the bikes? Bike auctions are once a month around here, but then there's like one every week. Are you a Christian? Yes, I am. I'm a Christian. If you set up a street legal SRK Cycles group ride, I would come from Pittsburgh. We thought about doing that. Did you ever? We never hired a new videographer. Still looking for someone. Hold on, phone's ringing again. Hello. Nonstop, just bogus. Still looking for a videographer. Are you someone? Are you that person? Let me know. Have you rode it? Have you rode one? Okay, I don't know what the question you asked before. Is that car back there street legal? Yes, the Atom is very street legal. I've had bikes with sidecars. What's your most favorite car to drive? I mean, that I own. I enjoy the Atom. It needs more power though. I need like 400 horsepower out of it. I've ridden many R1s. Yeah, probably one of the coolest R1s is a Moto GP R1, which is pretty cool that we owned back in the day. That was a pretty quick bike. All right, AC drunk. I'm not sure what your previous question was. Okay, did you ever hire a new videographer? I did not. Still looking. And if you reached out to me via email from the last channel, I may not have seen it. AC stroke. What's my phone number for? Are you gonna do anything else with Brad? Brad went through some like major changes when we welded a tractor front end to it. And Craig last Craig said he's like Brad needs like $3,000 worth of parts. So we didn't know what we were gonna do, and then I was like, Craig, let's just do it. Let's just fix it. Let's put it back together. Because we actually have to, because we're doing that thing. We're doing that thing where we're gonna, if anyone who buys, I guess we don't have to, but we should. Anyone who's buying Doing It shirts with Brad on the front, we're gonna take all those those purchases, pick one of those people randomly, fly them to Pennsylvania, and do an off-road, do a day off-roading with them. So either we fix Brad, or we don't, or we just go buy a bunch of side-by-sides, which was just, so we probably still have to buy a couple. So that's still gonna happen. Fab Rats on here. What's up, Fab Rats? You guys should people subscribe to SRK Cycles? I think they should. If they want to watch motorcycle reviews, yeah, let's go check out the Atom over here. So here's the Atom. I just got the wing back on here, mounted pretty tight. And I put this little trim. I call this like the coffin. This is a one piece. I put this little trim plastic stuff on there just to kind of keep it a little more snug against the body. that's kind of cool modifications I'm doing these days with the Atom. I got a roll bar for it. I got this side piece. I took it off to clean it. I also have a big old giant splitter for the front, which is really cool looking. Hold on, here's the super chat. I'm not sure if I saw yet. Put a Ducati engine in a cheap Honda bike. Is that like out of the irony of it, of making something very reliable, very unreliable? Which is funny. I think it's funny. Sean, I need a bike, bro. All right, let's get you a bike. What does your wife say about this side piece? Hold on, I gotta clean this camera. That's funny. Oh, there we go. I like that. It's funny. You funny guy. You funny guy, you. Ducati. Oh, sounds horrible. Newer Ducatis don't have dry clutches anymore. They have wet clutches because wet clutches was a superior design, and now the new ones have wet clutches. I think maybe started a couple years ago. So they don't sound bad anymore. They don't sound like rattly anymore. What do you think of the Ninja? I'm excited about the Ninja R7. It's very strange. It seems very strange to me that Yamaha had an R7 in the day. Of course, the Suzuki still has the GSXR 750. Like, why was it? Most companies had a 600 and a 1000, but the 250 and the small entry level bike in the middle range were just not being tapped into. Now, personally, I think with how much power the leader bikes make, it just makes sense to, with a few little minor mods on your 600, it could be just as fast as a 750. And it's the same body. It was the same body and frame and chassis. Like, all the parts were interchangeable. So I don't know what if you want more power, just modify your 600 or buy a 1000. But I think it's pretty cool. CRF 150 is a great beginner dirt bike. Can I have a dirt bike? Yeah, you could have a dirt bike. Okay, should I buy a 2010 CBR 600 for $5,500? That's a fair price for this current market. This market is crazy. That seems like a pretty decent deal. I'm a videographer from Williamsport, PA. I shoot TV spots here. Do you need someone more local? Yeah, Williamsport's kind of far away. That's kind of the problem. It's no one's going to be able to find a place to live around here, because I can't even find a place to live around here, and I live around here. Yeah, I mean, I would never want to call you. I'd be like, I got to do it myself. I don't, call this guy. He's an hour and a half away. It's kind of a crummy situation. My brother used to live up in Williamsport. Can I have a bike? What do you think about the Baja? I don't know anything about it. What's the lifespan of a helmet? If you don't drop it, a couple years. The helmet manufacturers tell you something ridiculous, like replace them every, 2 years or something like that, just to sell more helmets, I think. I think a helmet's better than no helmet. Will you ship to Georgia if I buy? Yeah, we ship bikes all over the country. California, Georgia. Georgia's easy to ship from. Does KTM stand for Kick Till Monday? That could be. That could be. A lot of people will be kickstarting KTMs. Some guy said 4 to 5 years. I'm assuming that means the helmet. Will you ship to Georgia? Yeah, I answer that one. Can I have a shout out? Johnny Thomas. No, you cannot have a shout out. What part of Pennsylvania are you in? I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I spent a lot of time on motorcycles from the age 12 to 32. I'm 51, and my wife of 12 years refused to give me her wishes on getting back on a motorcycle. All I want is a gold one. Just get one, man. Just get one. You don't need someone else's permission. to get a motorcycle. Just get one. Here we go. Have you ever done Tail of Dragon? I've done the Tail of Dragon. It would be fun in the Atom. I need to get the Atom on the track. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna throw this out there. Does anyone want to see a video? 2 videos. One, have you gotten any bike faster 0 to 60? I mean, it's a fast bike. Is there this to do sub 3s faster in 2.8 seconds and 0 to 60 is pretty fast. And depending on what bike, a lot of bikes can do it. Just can you do it? I'm not sure if I ever accomplished that in any of my test drives, because I do it one shot. I got one shot to do it, and if there's no warm up, no practice. I could though. Does anyone want to see me take the Atom on a track and race, and like I'm talking like a road course, and you know, go against some really fast supercars? Does anyone want to see that? Throw in the links below. Another thing, do you want to see me take the Atom on a drag strip and race it against the fastest motorcycles that I got? Comment below, yes, yes, or yes, no, or no, yes. I don't know. I would just sign up for a track day. I would just sign up for some track day with a bunch of other guys with fast cars, jump in there and see if my driving abilities are as good as I think they are, based solely on go-karts, driving go-karts. If you legal, mate. Yes, I'd like to get the Atom. Take the Atom, maybe wrap it up with those set of tires, and line up all the fastest bikes that I have, and start going at it. Probably starting with, I want to see if this only gets to 60, but it pulls fairly hard. It pulls pretty good in a certain range. I tracked my ex Atom for 2 years. I want to get on the track. It should be. Sounds like so much fun. Can I have a shout out, please? Johnny Thomas. I already gave you a shout out, man. No, I said I give you a no shout out. What up, Johnny Thomas? All right, so you guys would want to see that. Very interesting. Guys, it is almost 5 o'clock. And you know what that means. It's time to start drinking. It's Friday. I'm just joking. I don't really drink. Does your website have your full stock? Give or take a couple bikes. We're putting bikes on the bikes. We're low on bikes. We're buying as many as we can. We've changed the way we buy motorcycles in the past 3 months, because auctions are crazy. We would show up at the auction thinking, I'm gonna sell this bike for $4,000. I gotta buy it cheaper than that, you know, and then we gotta pay auction fees, and the bike would sell for $6,000. I don't know what to do with that. So we started buying bikes privately, and it's because like we had to start changing the way. Because if I think the bike's worth, or we can sell for $4,000, I'm not going to buy it for $6,000 and try to sell it for $8,000. I'm not going to be a part of that. Does the FC? No, the FC MT has no wheelie control. This, my friend, is your wheelie control. This is your wheelie control. Get an FC 07, also a good bike. I want to see Atom versus Gary. The Atom would destroy Gary, like so hardcore. I honestly, I don't know. I would have to get my buddy Mike he'd be driving the Atom because I know he could drive it, and I'd be riding a bike. But I don't know what bikes. Maybe my track bike. If I got a good launch on my track bike, maybe that would take it. Maybe the Atom would take it up until like 80, and the bike would pull away. I don't know. But I don't know if I have anything that could beat it. The Atom pulls really, really hard. up until like fourth gear, and then it's I've had faster cars that were faster on the highway, and I'm not very impressed with it. We just bought a Goldwing trike. I haven't seen it yet. We just bought it. How is the HD full dress Predator build going? It is going well. I've seen some pictures of it. That should be coming out soon. I'm very excited. The Atom isn't very aerodynamic though. The Atom is like it doesn't have to be aerodynamic because there's nothing there. Like it's like a cage going through the wind. You know, everything, it just passes through everything. It's not like a box, it's not like a cube, you know what I mean? It's all just open. So I'm not sure if it needs, so I mean, I don't think you're gonna have issues with aerodynamics until you're like 180 miles an hour or higher speeds. It's got a wing though. What do you think about, where's Harrison? Where's Caleb? Caleb is headed to, he's on a trip for Memorial Day. Harrison no longer works for me. What do you think about Fortnite? I think Fortnite, the YouTube channel, I think the guy does make some really good content. Very thorough. Looks like he does his research. I think he seems like a really, really smart guy. Someone told me that he was like a scientist major or something like that in college or something like that. It seems like a really smart guy. Don't know him, never talked to him. I do think I reached out one time when he had 1 million subscribers, and I think I congratulated him. Got no response back. Maybe that happened. I'm not sure. I think that's what happened though. Do you know what happened with Harrison? A lot of people asking what happened with Harrison. Harrison wanted to start his own YouTube channel, and that's what he did. And we couldn't have him doing both, so he made the choice to focus on that. Would you recommend me buy Honda or Kawasaki? Depends on what bike it is, but they're both good bikes. All right, guys. That wraps it up. Some guy said WTF. Nice. Yeah, no, I wish Harrison the best of luck. If you want, I can send you his channel. Let me pull up his channel real quick. It's called Heroes. It's called Heroes Next Door. If you want to check out his channel, he's not actually on it. I think this is what he's still doing. It's called Heroes Next Door. It's about like volunteer a fire company. I paid like $12,000 for that electric KTM. Guys, that wraps it up. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry we did not have a video this week, but get ready, subscribe. There will be a really good one next week, and we're going to we possibly might be giving something away for people who subscribe next week, but you got to watch that video. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, everybody.